Good afternoon, Mr. Purchase. We still have we have two that are still connecting. So let's give them a minute. Okay, it looks like everybody except for Mr. Tomzek has connected. So hold on. All right, it looks like Mr. Tomzek has connected. Nope, he has not. Let me see if I can get him to. Just trying to get Mr. Tomzek to connect to his audio. He can see us, but he can't hear us. So, and you're on mute too, Mr. Purchase. Oh, there he goes. I think he got it. Okay, yeah. That's weird. Okay, can you hear us, Mr. Tomzek? You're on mute. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Okay, perfect.
All right.
All right. Okay. And if I could have Miss Bainman, am I saying that correctly?
Who is that?
I'm just trying to get everyone to unmute themselves so I can hear. Okay, perfect. All right. If I could have all three of you please raise your right hands to be sworn. Oh, I'm not sure what's going on with this.
I don't know. I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you. You're just a little bit delayed, but I can hear you.
I can't see anybody. Oh, there you are.
Okay, can you please raise your right hand, Miss? Is it Bainman?
Bainaman. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you'll give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Purchase.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll begin with Ms. Moore. Monica, can you state your full name, please?
Monica Gilmore.
Monica, we're here today regarding the estate of Michael C. Moore, and that was your father, correct?
That's correct.
And is it true that he passed away on May 30th, 2022 in Needville, Fort Bend County, Texas at the age of 78?
Yes, sir.
Is it also true that at the time of his death, he had his fixed place of residence in Fort Bend County, Texas?
Yes, sir.
You have seen the original document that we filed with the court that purports to be his last will and testament, have you not?
Yes, sir.
And do you identify and recognize that document as being your father's last will and testament?
Yes, sir.
To the best of your knowledge, was that will ever revoked by him or changed by him in any way?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. That will does not name the state of Texas, any governmental agency of the state of Texas, or a charity as a beneficiary, does it?
No, sir.
Your father's marital status did not change after he executed that will, other than your mom passing away, correct? His
My
wife.
stepmother. That's correct.
Your stepmother.
Yes, sir.
And no children were born to or adopted by your father subsequent to signing that will, correct?
Correct.
That will names your father's wife, Tammy A. Moore, to serve as independent executor. However, she did not survive your father, correct?
That's correct.
And then it names Ronnie Hunter to serve as alternate independent executor. However, Ronnie Hunter has agreed to waive his right to serve as executor and has signed such a waiver that's on file with the other papers in this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you are not disqualified from serving as executor for any reason, correct?
Best of my knowledge. Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay. That's all I have for this witness, Your Honor.
Okay, you may call your next witness.
Okay. I'll call Leah Baineman.
Yes, sir.
You can hear me, Leah?
Yes.
Okay. Leah, can you tell the court how it is that you were acquainted with Michael Seymour?
I've been friends with Monica, and through Monica, I met Mike.
Okay. And so you referred to him as Mike?
Yes, Daddy Mike
Daddy
is what I
Mike.
called him. Mhm.
How long did you know him?
About 20 years.
Okay. And in that 20 years, did you become acquainted with his handwriting and signature?
Yes.
And you have seen the document that we have filed with this court that purports to be his last will and testament. And do you recognize the handwriting and signature that is on that document as the handwriting and signature of Michael Seymour?
Yes, I do.
That will was signed on June 25th, 1995. He was then over the age of 18, correct?
Correct.
And you knew him then and always to be of sound mind, correct?
Yes.
That's all I have for Ms. Baineman, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Baineman. And
Thank you.
You're welcome. You may call your next witness.
Harry Tomzat.
Yes, sir.
You are Harry Tomzat?
Yes, sir.
And how did you know Michael Moore?
I do a lot of construction. I'm in the construction work. I do a little bit of remodeling, build barns, all kind of stuff. And every time he seemed like he needed something done, he'd call me.
Okay, and how long did you know him?
Probably at least 15 plus years.
Okay, and over those 15 to 20 years, did you become acquainted with his handwriting and signature?
Yes.
And you have also seen the last will and testament that we have filed with the papers in this case. And do you recognize the signature on that document as being that of Michael Seymour?
Yes, sir.
And is it true that in June of 1995, he would have then been over 18 years of age?
Yes.
And did you know him then and always to be of sound mind?
Yes, sir, I did.
Thank you, Mr. Tomzak. Thank you, Ms. Baineman.
Thank you.
That's all I have, Your Honor. We'd ask that the will be admitted to probate and that Monica Gail Moore be appointed as the independent executrix of the estate.
All right. Based upon your testimony, I will sign the order admitting the will to probate and appointing Monica Gilmore as the independent executor without the requirement of a bond. I'm waiving the necessity for appraisers.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're very welcome. If there's anything else, then you are all excused.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Wallace.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I answered all of it. It's fine.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Bye.
That it?
That's it. I guess we can leave.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't know if I left.
All right. Who's next? Good afternoon, Mr. Dunham.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
We do not see Mr. Vite.
I've got him here with me.
Well, there we go, because he's right there with you.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, is it Vitek?
VTech.
Vitek. All right, Mr. Vitek. Can you please raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony that you'll give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, Mr. Dunham, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Robert, would you state your name for the court?
Robert Thomas, VTech.
You're the husband of Virginia Waring VTech, is that correct?
Yes,
Your wife passed away on July 3rd, 2020, here in Fort Bend County.
yes,
She was 79 years old when she passed,
that is correct. Yes,
and that was obviously less than 4 years ago, correct?
yes,
At the time she passed, was she a resident here in Fort Bend County?
yes.
I'm going to show you a document, or I don't know, how do you do the wills, Your Honor?
I can show it on the screen, or you can
Okay.
get a copy there with you. You can show him that one, whatever's best.
Okay, I've got a copy here. I can show it to him if that's okay. So I want to show you a copy of, can you identify this as your wife's last will and testament?
Yes, that's correct.
And the original of this document is in the court's file, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay, very good. And is this your wife's signature here at the bottom?
yes, it is.
Okay, very good. This will is, show you, it's dated August 23rd, 1993, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay, very good. Did your wife at any time revoke this will?
no, she did not.
Okay, very good. And as we discussed today, there's a necessity to administer her estate to take care of some property she owned. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay, very good. After your wife made this will, did she have any children born to her or adopted by her?
No.
Okay, and she was married to you at the time she made the will, and she remained married to you until she passed away, correct?
that's correct.
Very good. Does her will provide for any gifts to any charity?
I'm sorry.
Does her will provide for any gifts to any charity?
No.
To the state of Texas?
No.
To any agency of the state of Texas?
No.
Very good. You're appointed as the independent executor in your wife's will, is that correct?
Yes.
And as we discussed today, you're not disqualified for any reason from serving in that capacity, are you? No one's filed any objection to this, your application to probate this will, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and there's no need for any appraisers to be appointed in this estate, correct?
That's correct.
This time, are you asking the court to appoint you as independent executor for your wife's estate? Your Honor, based on the testimony, we'd ask that the last will and testament of Virginia Waring VTech be admitted to probate, that Robert Thomas VTech be admitted as independent executor of his estate, and this is not a taxable estate, so we'd ask appraisers be waived.
All right, Mr. Vitek, based upon your testimony, I have signed the order admitting your wife's will to probate and appointing you as the independent executor without the requirement of a bond, and I've waived the necessity for appraisers.
Thank you,
Anything else, Mr. Denham?
Nothing else for me, Your Honor.
Okay, excellent. Then you are both excused. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good afternoon. You guys are on mute, and I think we just lost Mr. Joseph. Oh, there he is.
Okay. Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Mr. Dozart.
I
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you. All right, Mr. Dozart, is Ms. Mehta? Is it Mehta?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you please raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony that you'll give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, Mr. Dozart, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Manju, please state your full name for the record.
Manju Mehta.
Thank you. And you are the applicant in this matter before the court this afternoon, entitled in the matter of the estate of Anil Mata, deceased?
Yes.
And Anil was your longtime husband?
Yes.
Thank you. And he passed away on August 22nd of 2022 in Fort Bend County at the age of 80 years?
Yes.
Thank you. And at that time, he maintained his home or his residence or domicile in Fort Bend County, Texas?
Yes.
Very good. Now, Manju, I'm going to hold up to the screen here, and I hope you can see it, a copy of the will that we filed with the court. Can you see that document?
I
Yes.
can put, I can put the one that's in the court's file. I can put it on the screen, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you, Your Honor, please. Thank you.
Just a second.
No, ahorita hermana, vamos a-
Okay, you should be able to see it now.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So Manju, can you say to the court that you recognize this document?
Yes.
And can you state that that is, in fact, the last will and testament of your husband?
Yes.
And on the back of it, and we're getting there in a moment, you will recognize his signature there? Right there on that page there? Do you
Yes.
recognize?
Yes. I recognize my husband.
Thank you. Now, this will names you to be the independent executrix of the will and the estate. Are you qualified to serve as such?
Yes.
And would there be any reason that you would be disqualified from serving?
No.
Thank you. And you don't have any reason to believe that he did a later will that might have replaced this, correct?
No.
So you are stating to the court that this is in fact his last will and testament,
Yes.
and you are asking the judge to please accept it into probate
Yes.
and to name you as to be the independent executrix under the will.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, after the date of the will, was any child born to or adopted by Anil?
No.
And after the date of the will, was he divorced?
No.
And at the time of his passing, he was married to you.
Yes.
Thank you. And is there a necessity for the administration of this estate?
Yes.
Thank you. And two more questions. Does this will name any specific charitable or philanthropical organization as a beneficiary?
No.
And Anil did not receive any Medicaid benefits, did he?
No.
Thank you. So, Your Honor, in summary, we are asking that you would please sign the order admitting the will to probate, that you would
Yes.
please name Manju as and to be the independent executrix of the will and the estate, and that you would please waive appraisers and bond.
Thank you, Mr. Dozark. And Ms. Mehta, based upon your testimony, I have signed the order admitting your husband's will into probate and appointing you as the independent executor without the requirement of a bond. I've waived the necessity for appraisers. And if there's nothing else, Mr. Dozark, then you are both excused.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. It's been a pleasure. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Well, we better exit here. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.